Welcome to Google Play PolicyBytes. I'm Joe Davis, the Outreach and Policy Education Lead for Google Play. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you're staying safe and healthy in this world. We're covering a lot of topics in this update, so pop some popcorn. First, we've updated our policy enforcement practices, from extending grace periods for new apps and specific enforcement dates being named, but also additional information in our emails to you about how to correct policy violations. We also migrated our Policy Center to a new platform hosted within the Play Console Help Center. While doing this, we also took an opportunity to streamline and simplify a lot of our policy language to be clearer, including dozens of screenshots to help you better understand what does and does not comply with our policies. We'll then jump into our July 2020 policy updates and end with a preview into some of the new policy-centric features in Google Play Console Beta. We migrated our Policy Center to a new Help Center platform hosted within the Play Console Help Center. While doing this, we took an opportunity to streamline and simplify our policy language to be clearer, as well as included dozens of more screenshots of compliant and non-compliant examples to accomplish the policy language. You can still find the landing page at play.google.com/policy, and it will redirect to the updated pages. You'll see that we announce policy updates on this date in July. These updates are announced on our new Policy Center in an Updates Preview page. Then, the Policy Center will be fully refreshed on this date in August. A change in our process moving forward for all future policy updates is that new apps and games, along with existing apps currently on Google Play, will have 30 days from the issuance of the policy update notification to bring their apps into compliance. We will include the specific enforcement date in our policy update emails and communications and Policy Center updates page. We also recognize some larger policy updates take longer to implement, and we may give developers longer grace periods for certain updates. Any policy updates with updates that have longer than the named enforcement start date will be called out specifically. Based on your feedback, we enhanced the majority of our policy enforcement emails with more details about the policy violation we found specifically in your app. This may include a unique screenshot from your in-app experience or text excerpt from your store listing where we found the violation, and/or additional statements about its violating behavior to support the specific enforcement action taken, along with the guidance to correct the issue. Now, let's jump into what changed this policy update. We'll share new requirements about apps that select the News app category in their store listing. Then, we'll review a new requirement that covers AR location anchoring and its associated user-generated content policy updates. We'll review some updates to our monetization and ads policy category, as well as permissions updates to apps regarding all files access permission requests. Finally, we will talk through a new policy category called Muse, or Mobile Unwanted Software. There is a new requirement for apps that select the News category in their Google Play Store listing. News apps must provide adequate information about the news publisher and its contributors, including clear ownership, and have a website that provides valid contact information for the news publisher. News apps must not contain significant spelling and grammar errors, only static content, have affiliate marketing or ad revenue as its primary purpose. Apps that select News category but exhibit content that does not meet these requirements are not permitted in the News category of the Play Store. News apps that require the user to purchase a membership must provide a content preview for users prior to purchase. News aggregator apps must be transparent about the publishing source of the content in their app, and each of the sources must meet the news policy requirement. In this app example, you'll see a news app that selects the news category, but it contains significant spelling and grammar errors. It also has scattered affiliate marketing and ad revenue that could be viewed as the app's primary purpose. Now, we can't just tell from this screenshot, but it also doesn't appear to have adequate information about the news publisher and its contributors, including clear ownership or a website that provides valid contact information for the news publisher. In the case of augmented reality or AR apps, moderation of user-generated content, including the in-app reporting system, must account for both objectionable AR user-generated content like a sexually explicit AR image and sensitive AR anchoring location, like AR content anchored to a restricted area such as a military base or private property where AR anchoring may cause issues for the property owner. Here's a fictitious example of an AR game to illustrate an AR content anchored in an unfortunate location. The game tells the user to catch the dog for 100 coins, but it's anchored in a sensitive location, in this instance, a military base. If I were you, I'd stay far away from that dog. Developers must implement an in-app reporting system that will allow users to report such sensitive locations and moderate the platform to avoid these circumstances. Let's now look at the acceptable functionality for your user-generated content moderation system, including the in-app reporting system. Notice on the screenshot to your left, it covers both how to report sexually explicit images and also how to report content anchored in sensitive locations. This is a specific way to report this information, and it's preferred. But as seen on the screenshot on the right, the reporting tool can be specific or non-specific to reporting sensitive locations, as long as it allows the user to conduct in-app reporting for objectable content or location anchors. We've updated the language of our Family Ads policy within our monetization and ads category of policies. If your app targets both children and older audiences, you may still participate in the Design for Families program. All apps that opt into the Design for Families program will be eligible to be rated for our new Teacher Approved program. However, we cannot guarantee that your app will be included in this Teacher Approved program. We've also updated clarifying language to our prohibited and allowed ad behavior. First, ads that interfere with normal app use or gameplay that are not closable after 5 seconds is prohibited. However, ads that do not interfere with normal app or gameplay may persist for more than 5 seconds, but must still have a timer if it's longer than 5 seconds. This is commonly found as ad content integrated inside video content. Let's take a look at this example. As you can see here, here's an ad that interferes with normal app use or gameplay that is not closable after 5 seconds. As the user plays the game, an ad interferes with their experience, and it's not closable after 5 seconds. This is prohibited. We're introducing a policy around all files access permission. Files and directory attributes on a user's device are regarded as personal and sensitive user data, subject to our personal and sensitive information policy. Apps should only request access to device storage, which is critical for the app to function, and may not request access to device storage on behalf of any third party for any purpose that is unrelated to the critical user-facing app functionality. Android devices running Android 11 Target API Level 30 will require the Manage External Storage permission in order to manage access to shared storage. Due to impacts from the current world context, including operational constraints, apps that target Android 11 API Level 30 and request broad access to shared storage or all files access will be blocked in the Play console. This means that the declaration process will be temporarily postponed until this date and does not affect apps targeting Android 11 API 30 that don't require all files access. For more information on the Android 11 requirements and general guidance, please visit the Play Academy and review our storage best practices for Android 11. Mobile Unwanted Software, or MUSE, creates a very poor user experience and mechanisms to enable malware and other malicious behaviors. MUSE applies across our Android ecosystem, and the new policy is developed to expand on the existing Google Unwanted Software policy by applying it to the mobile environment. The MUSE policy communicates Android's guiding principles for unwanted behavior. In an effort to preserve clarity around enforcement, some related existing policies remain grouped by their subject, like user data and permissions, will remain under the privacy and device abuse category. We've made some policy and compliance-related enhancements to the new Google Play console in beta right now. Soon, Play Console Beta includes a inbox feature which will distribute all pertinent policy updates. At the app dashboard level, it also includes a policy and compliance section. Policy Status displays the current status or review results for your app. It's designed to make it easier for you to provide all the information Google Play needs to confirm that your apps are compliant with our policies. We know this can be a source of worry, so we've designed these new sections to help guide you through this process, and they will continue to be enhanced over time. Try out these new policy-centric features on the Google Play console by joining the beta. Visit play.google.com/console to sign up. As we wrap, let's recap our enforcement times for the July policy update. On July 8th, our policy changes are announced. Apps using all files access permissions targeting Android 11 API level 30 will not be allowed. In August, the policies seen here will be enforced. Then, next year, declaration forms for all files access permissions will be accepted. Make sure to visit our new Play Developer Policy Center and the Google Play Academy's policy curriculum, which now features several introductory policy videos. Also, subscribe to the Android Developers YouTube channel and make sure your email is up to date in the Play console. We hope these materials help you better understand our policies and that these broad policy-related feature enhancements help you better navigate our process. We appreciate your help ensuring Google Play remains a safe, trusted source for apps and games. So until next time, stay safe and healthy out there.